Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be introducing the subject chemistry. Let's begin with some basic definitions. Chemistry is a branch of pure science that studies the nature, composition, properties, and uses of matter. To understand chemistry, you need to pay attention to some keywords in this definition. The first being pure science, nature, composition, properties, uses, lastly, matter. The very first thing you need to understand is chemistry as a branch of pure science. Pure science has three major branches. That is chemistry, biology, and physics. So when we say chemistry as a major branch of pure science, what is science itself? Science is an act of making inquiry about living and non-living things. So when you begin to ask questions, you begin to juxtapose differences, comparisons about living and non-living things, what you are doing is science. And science has a systematic approach to studying and solving problems. And this systematic approach involves five major steps. The first step is observation. Second step is hypothesis. Experiment. Theory. And lastly, so when this approach is applied to studying or solving a problem, what you're doing basically is science. This five-step approach of studying problems starts with observation. Scientists are very alert and inquisitive. They observe what is happening around them. Then, from the given sets of observation, they explain. They make an explanation. Another word for hypothesis. Then, after making an explanation of their observations, they carry out experiments to test their hypothesis, and then they record their observations and the result of their experiments. If the experiment supports the hypothesis, they then carry out further investigations, discuss the hypothesis with other scientists in the field. And when the hypothesis has been further tested and found to be correct within the limits of available evidence, it becomes a theory. A scientific law is then established after the theory has been extensively tested and proven to be true without any exception. So this systematic approach are also employed by other science subjects such as social sciences, environmental sciences, and that is why chemistry has to be defined as a branch of the pure science. The other word I have for pure science is natural science, the science of nature, the science that studies everything around you. So having established chemistry as a branch of pure science, what does it deal with? It studies the nature, composition, properties, and uses of matter. But to understand this, you have to know what matter is. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Going with this definition, you agree with me that matter is everything that surrounds you. So as long as there is a mass, it occupies space, then it is matter. What does chemistry studies? According to the definition, it studies the nature, the composition, the properties, and the uses of matter. In studying the nature, this is where the states of matter comes in. Matter can exist in either a solid state, liquid state, or the gaseous state. Composition of matter. Matter are made up of atoms, ions, and molecules. Properties of matter can either be studied under physical properties or chemical properties. Physical properties are properties that has to do with physical change. As we talk about the boiling points, melting points, and chemical properties has to do with chemical changes in which new products are formed. Lastly, the uses of matter. So when you begin to make studies on the nature, composition, properties, and uses of matter, what you're doing is chemistry. You can see that chemistry can be said to be the study of everything around you as a branch of your science.